Hello again. I'm just making a quick video here because it's the first time that I've painted any of the new Epic American War of Independence figures. But what we're doing here, this is a new commission for customer Marcus, and these are being painted as government regiments for the Battle of Culloden. I believe it's for a display game that Marcus is going to be putting on in, is it June, July? At Montrose in Scotland. Um, so what I've got here, and I mentioned in the previous video, are units of 60 figures. Command strip there at the front of that one. So it's going to be 3 bases, 60 figures in all. It's a shame there aren't any grenadiers attached. I'm not quite sure what Marcus is doing about grenadiers because obviously, you've got to have some grenadiers in those wonderful embroidered mitre caps that I first saw as a teenager, I think, or it might have been younger. I can't remember whether it was National Army. It may have been the National Army Museum in Chelsea. And now things of such beauty, 18th century embroidered mitre cap, grenadier caps. And that got me hooked on the period from then onwards. So anyway, these are American War of Independence figures, obviously. We're painting these. This particular unit is being painted as barrels. Regiments, I think it was the 4th Foot, King's Own. So they have blue breeches, blue facings. Tall white gaiters, a bit different from what the infantry were wearing at the in the American War of Independence. But I think they work quite well. I'm just going to pick a base up. At the moment, I've just got the front rank glued onto the base, and the rear rank is loose until I can get some texture around there. But they don't look too bad as you look down the line there. Given that they're 13.5 millimeters, obviously when you look at them blown up on a screen to sort of 28 or 54 millimeter scale, they don't look so great. But en masse, let's just turn around the back so you can see the backs of them. And you see the quite long coattails. They seem to work quite well for the 1745 period. There's a few round hats there that I just edged them off. I need to double check the lace on these tricorns. Whether it was white or whether it was black. I keep meaning to have a double check of that. But in the meantime, I've painted them black. And it was a hell of a job. Let's put them back there for a second. It was a hell of a job because they're not overly clearly defined as with, say, 15mm figures. But they're not turned out looking too bad. You can see there are a couple of round hats in there because, of course, a tricorn is basically a round hat, a round-brimmed hat, which when it's then pinned up on 3 sides to form a tricorn. Now, in the American War of Independence, a lot of these hats were unpinned. So they just fell down as round hats. The British Guards, of course, had a unique way of pinning up the right side, the musket side, which gave them a bit of with a brass badge, which gave them a bit of a distinctive look. Another thing to note with tricorns, of course, is that they were mostly worn with a flat side to the musket side, and so often even in good quality figure ranges you see them worn with a point to the front, whereas in fact the point would have been off to the right side, and a flat side against the musket side. So in this scale it doesn't really matter, it's not very noticeable anyway, but It's just a point worth noting. I know I watch a lot of American Revolution AWI reenactors who talk a lot about the correct wearing of the tricorn. It hardly matters in this scale, does it really? But I'm a bit of a, I don't know. So there they are. They're 13.5mm Epic scale. Really lovely, lovely figures. I've painted over the years all of the Epic releases from the first until the most recent. I've done the Ancients, American Civil War, hundreds and hundreds of Napoleonics, and complete box sets. And I think they revolutionised the hobby in a way because they are incredibly inexpensive. And they produce the appearance of massed armies. And I've really taken with them. I don't own any myself, funny enough. I've painted thousands of them for my customers. So I just wanted to see what I can do with these American Revolution figures. I always work from a black base coat. I can't do any other way. I then dry brush the black base coat with flat brown, which makes a good base coat for the reds. Paints in the musket stocks. Gives an undercoat for any flesh colours. And it's just the way I work all the time now. Looking at those red coats there, I'll just try and get in a little bit more. They have, you're looking at a black base coat, brown dry brush, cavalry brown, picked out cavalry brown, and then highlighted with flat red for the common troops, for the common soldiers. When I do the officers, I'll add highlights of scarlet to reflect the better quality cloth. But what is often disguised as brick red, I think flat red over the cavalry brown works quite well for these. And then it's a matter of picking out the details. Using the headset, of course, that's really, really proven its worth, actually. Really enjoying using that now. I've got used to it. It's certainly picking out the detail a lot easier, and I think more accurate. So that's proven to have been a fantastic purchase. But just £25 I spent on that. £25 on Amazon. But it works well enough for me. I know you can get very expensive, no doubt better quality ones, but so far so good with this one. Right, I'm waiting to hear what we're going to use for flags. I'm not sure you can just get specific flags for the the 1745 campaign. But I'm sure there must be something out there somewhere, or a couple of people looking around for me. If anybody knows where specific flags for Culloden or for the government army of this period can be found, please let me know in the comments. That'd be great. Otherwise, I'm sure that we'll find something, because flags are always the finishing touch on these units. You can see there you've got two standard bearers there. Drummer in Grenadier fluffy cap thing. Officer in the centre there. Yeah, so it should turn out, when I've got the full regiment finished, then I'll bring them back and try and do a proper display video. Because, sorry this has been a shaky old thing. I really just wanted to record the fact that This is my first go with the Warlord Epic AWIs. Very nice figures they are too. Okay, I won't go on any more. I'll just crack on now with a bit of painting and thanks very much for anybody who watches. This has been more of a listening video, so I've chatted away, but there we go. It just keeps the channel ticking over. Thanks very much. Cheers then. Bye.